All right, what's up, creepers and geekers? Chris, the Atari Creep. How is everybody doing today? How do I feel about this? I mean, who gives a shit either way, right? I can feel however I want about it. Doesn't mean it's going to change anything. But in all honesty, I got this email, and I'm thinking to myself at first, I'm like, oh, okay. But you know what? The more I look at it, the more I'm like, you know what? This is pretty fucking neat. And the reason at first I was like, is because when I look at something like this, the first thought that comes to my mind, is could I reproduce this equally as well, if not better? And the answer to that question in this situation is absolutely yes. I could do this and actually make it look better. I can make it look exactly like this. Wouldn't be hard to do, and I could do it in less than 2 weeks. Maybe I can make a profit out of it. But no, in all seriousness, you know what? If you got one of these and you want a theme of whatever your favorite Atari game is, can you imagine what a Berserk theme one would look like? That'd be sick as fuck. I'd do like a blue metallic with a pearl on top of it. Maybe a couple like little dudes on the ribs, whatever. And then, of course, the decals of the cats in the front with a heavy 2K gloss finish. So it's nice and glassy, smooth. But if they don't want any extra for this because of the different coloring and the print or sticker on the front of it, I wouldn't mind getting my hands on something like this. This is neat. I can't really puke on this. This is really neat. I like this idea. The original video game Romance is back. 1982, Atari brought Pac-Man to home consoles for the first time. Now they're together again. Nice. I like this. And this was one of my favorite parts right here. And I know I'm in the minority. Here when I say that I like Pac-Man for the Atari 2600. I don't like it because it's the same game on the arcade cabinet. It's what I had, and I didn't really get to experience Pac-Man too much as an arcade anyway. And by the time I was old enough to comprehend the whole whatever the fuck was going on, I was already used to the idea of lackluster graphics when it came to games. So when that game came out, it didn't bother me or my sister, who's an enormous Pac-Man fan. She doesn't even like video games. But she fucking used to play Pac-Man all the time. And she got one of those tabletop Pac-Man units that you can get at like fucking Target or whatever. She's got one of those. She doesn't like video games, but she's got one of those in her home. Her always gorgeous home, by the way. But going back to this, I am so happy to see this. You get the original Pac-Man coming back for once. Actually, I think the only other time it has been re-released was for that stupid little TV box with the little joystick and the little console we did a review of. If I can think of it, I'll put that link down below. Also to another Pac-Man thing that we should talk about here in a minute. But I don't think Atari's been able to reproduce or re-release, I should say, their version of Pac-Man because of the licensing and all that, the name Pac-Man and the IP. And obviously it looks like Namco and Atari are teaming up to bring this. Pre-orders open on July 23rd. I probably won't have the money at the time. I would really like. I absolutely at some point will buy this if it's available when I have the extra scratch. As far as this is concerned, maybe. If I can pull it off, I'll probably get one. I've been debating on getting a 2600 plus anyway, but I just don't want to fuck with it. I'm having such a bitch of a time with my VCS and updates and all kinds of crap. It's like, do I really want to do that to play Atari games? No. But this should have the updated hardware or software, like the 7800 plus came with. So I think it's a win-win, and it's something different. It's a little special, It's not just a little shrunken down Atari 2600, which, don't get me wrong, is fucking cool in and of itself. But this right here, yeah, I'm on board. And I like how they brought back the Atari Pac-Man guy. I like that. I mean, he's a little different, but yeah, he does the job. He does the fucking job, right? So here's the console, and it's going to come with a wireless CX40, which I have yet to try, and I can't wait. I will eventually. I will eventually try. We are going to be doing a lot more stuff from this website here in the future once I get everything stabilized. Yeah, I don't know. I just think this is a neat idea. This is pretty cool. At first, again, my mind was like, fuck that. That's stupid. But the more I think about it, if you're a Pac-Man collector and an Atari cat, I can see this appealing to like 2 or 3 different demographics. And to have one of each on the shelf and maybe even get a little decal, right? To put their name on the bottom left corner. You know, the Blinky and Clyde and whatever the fuck. I think that would be cool. I think that would be cool. And if they don't sell it as a set at some point, even if they don't use the yellow Pac-Man one, yeah, I'd like to have the red one. Maybe even the orange one and do kind of like a pumpkin theme. The other special thing about these is I can kind of see on the top here. And do they have any more pictures of them? No. Let's go to the website. Let's see. Is there a link I can click on here? All right, I guess I have to use the one that's up here. If I'm looking at this correctly, the tips of the joystick, I don't know how you're seeing this screen. I apologize if it's all fucked up. Here we go. I'll just pull up a random one. Let's just click on the red one. Yeah. Okay, so the top of the joystick is going to have exactly what I think it's going to have. It's going to have the, well, in this case, the monster, the ghost on there. But the first run of the CX-10 joysticks with the heavy sixers actually had Atari, the Fuji logo printed on the top, or the word Sears, the brand Sears for the telegame stuff. So I like that they're doing that. Okay, so you can buy the set for $199, all 5 of them. Individually, they're $40. That's cool. And how much is the pre-order for the console? Learn more. I apologize for not setting this whole thing up proper. $170. How much is the regular one? How much do you have to spend to get the regular one? Fucking, I hate these kind of drop-down fuckos. No. I'll come back to you. Okay, so there is a premium for it. A premium that I don't know if I want to pay. $130, $170. Do I think $40 more, give or take? You got to factor in shipping and all that crap. Is that really worth it? I don't know. That's up to you to decide. But me personally, I don't know now. I'm going to have to think on that one. I definitely know I'm going to pick up this one way or another, and at least one of the other joysticks too. If I do order any of the 2600 pluses. I'm really interested in an Intellivision Plus, believe it or not. Even though I'm more of an Atari guy, I just think I need a more convenient way to play Intellivision. That's really all there is to it. So guys, let me know down in the comments. God, I really fucking rambled. I'll tell you how much I love you. My lunch is right in front of me. It's literally right here, steaming in my face, getting cold. But I felt like I needed to talk about this first. But guys, let me know in the comments what you think. I think the majority of you are going to be on board for this. I can already see that in the comments. I can see about an 18% this is stupid. And a good majority of people who won't give a fuck either way. But I think this is neat. I like this. And if I don't buy one of these, I may just use this as inspiration for future items. Guys, thank you always so much for watching. Wherever in the world you are, I hope you're doing well. I'd like to say a huge thanks to each and every one of my members of the Creep Collective. $1 a month. Just because you'll do that warms my heart. It warms my heart, and you have no idea how much I do appreciate the extra support. And wherever in the world you are, guys, I hope you're doing well. Until next time, take care. Creep it real. And bye-bye. Hope you're enjoying the summer, by the way.